Hello guys, and today we are painting. We're painting a 36 by 48 with all acrylic. And it is a stretched canvas filled with gesso. And then I mix crimson and cobalt to make a purple for the sky. I use the gesso as a base to mix the colors on the canvas. Then I added 3 little globs, or 4, of yellow. The yellow kind of adds a luminosity, maybe the sun. And then I'm back to the pinks and purples and adding more black as well to darken up the sky. I lost the rest of the footage, but here's the finished look of the sky. Now we are mixing all 3 of the colors to make sand. And I'm adding more of the crimson to have the shadow. Now I'm mixing red and white, and I'm making trees. I put a little bit of yellow. And now I'm adding highlight to the trees to add that kind of sunset effect. I'm not sure if it's a sun yet, it's just, you know, the light, the luminosity. And here I just want to highlight each branch and make sure that it's in the direction of where the light is coming from. My process with this is to just add as many lines as you're comfortable with. And now I am mixing black and white, and we are adding a base for this little planet over here. And now I'm mixing blue and white. This is the base color of the planet. And then I'm adding a darker blue to add shadow. And I also added more of like a turquoise green. And then I add the pink that I used for the trees in the middle to create this like this fireball of love, or fireball of like the center, you know, the core. Yeah, that word. And to connect the core to the planet, I added these yellow lines. And to make the turquoise, I just mixed the cobalt with the yellow, and then also added more black in later on to add the shadows. And now I'm going in with the cloud sponge that you can get from any art craft store. It's a really big sponge, kind of looks like it should be in a bathtub. But I use this one for the base of the clouds. It allows that that natural pull of the gravity on the clouds. And it kind of looks like it's floating a little bit against the background. So I really like that effect. And then I use a lighter color first, a lighter pink, and then I use a dark purple on the top. And then I go in with this a brush to kind of smooth things out. I want things to look textured, so I'm trying to layer as much as I can. now I'm just going in with more of the darker pigment to add more lines, shading, more color. This will just bring the cloud to the back a little bit and then also bring it to the front, adding that depth. And also I wanted to make it look more natural, like it was formed here by the wind, by the air and the pressure. And then here, I'm just adding more highlight to bring this part forward. And now I'm adding the crown of the cloud. And now I'm adding more highlight to the bottom. And that just brings it more into the light. And then now I'm adding an overlay with the lighter purple on the top. That way it looks like it's fading. I gave it a little pat of approval, and then I started on the baby cloud next to it, which I'm going to make this one a lot more darker because it's more in the distance. In this clip, I'm using pearlized green paint to create the phantom, or the little ghost that is sitting on the hill, or standing, yeah, floating. And the ghost is just appearing to be glancing over all the trees and at the sky. I don't really know the ghost and his backstory yet, but I did make him have tears later on because he looked a little lonely. And now we're adding his pearlized blue eyes. And now with the pearlized violets, because this glitter paint is my favorite, I'm signing my name off. Yeah. I usually don't know how to do this part, and I improvise. But also, the little hairs from my animals, ooh, they get a little annoying. And once it's dry, it's really hard to get out of it, so I have to go back with the tweezers. But now, here we are, to the final result, and I'm just gonna seal it with some acrylic spray. And here we are, out in nature, showing off the painting. I decided to name this painting Meet Me in Mars because, I don't know, I feel like this is Mars. So technically, yeah, that would be the sun. Woohoo, yay. And here are those tears I was talking about. And then here's a close-up with it in the light, and it's really bright. Thank you for watching.